Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Yesterday, a friend tagged me to a post on Facebook where an imam slumped while leading the congregation in Salat. Immediately, another person took the place of the imam and they continued the Salat while abandoning the imam in his position. So I told him that this is wrong as far as Sharia is concerned, and today I decided to do a video explaining what the Muslim should do when an incident like this occurred in Salah. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سبحان الله. سبحان الله. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
بسم الله. السلام عليكم دكتور. boleh wah. Mau tidak boleh mau boleh wah.
صراط الله أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. مرحمتان. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Ayo imam. Imam.
Enjoy boss. Okay.
What happened?
Imam. It's not breathing. Start lagi. Okay. So.
Okay, I think there is a moment. Okay, I think he's aware.
Okay.
Please, let's bring the stretcher now.
Okay. Yeah.
If the imam slumps while leading the Salah, a part of the congregation should immediately abandon the Salah to rescue the imam. Someone from the congregation should advance forward and lead others to conclude the Salah on time, while those who are taking the imam to safety call for assistance from the medical personnel.
In situations like this, whereby the imam suddenly collapse or fall down, and you don't know what to do, and you are scared, and you are afraid, and everything just scattered. So what you need to do is that after moving him aside, you just have to first check whether he's responsive or not. So you tap him. You tap the imam, you call him. When you call him, he's not responding. You also try and feel his pulse. You can feel the one on the hand, you can feel the one on the left, on the neck. So if there's nothing, you didn't feel any movement in his pulse. So you will now try and listen whether there's breathing by moving your head close to the nose, or you look at the chest closely whether it's moving up and down. If that is not, if that is absent, it means that the imam is actually probably passed out, or let's say he's fainted or is unconscious. So the next thing to do is to do what we call resuscitation. So it is called CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, whereby you have to lay your hand on the chest of the imam. I would like to demonstrate that for somebody so that you see how this is done. Can we have this, brother?
Yes.
So, as I said earlier, you tap the imam, you call him, he's not responding. You feel his pulse, either the one on the heart or on the neck, and there's no response. You look at the chest closely. Is he moving up or down? There's nothing. You can also move close to his nose and feel whether he's breathing or not. So if that is absent as well, so you now position him. You can see that you make sure that he like his back flat like this. Then you move closer to him. The first thing is do that you locate the center of his chest, just like between the nipples. So you put your right hand, the heel of your right hand, you place it at the point of the two chests. So you now use your other hand, place it on the hand you put on his chest, then you lock it like this. Then you make sure that your hand is in the same line with your shoulder, so that you can apply the pressure on your body so that to press. Then you now start pressing down. So you press up to about 2 inches or 5 to 6 centimeters down, so that you press and you counted like 30 press. So you do like that, then you rest. You do that again till you see a response. If there's no response, you stop. If he responded, you stop. So 2 reasons for stoppage. If he responded, you stop. If you not, if you are tired, another person can continue. If there's no other person to continue, you stop. Then you call for other assistance.
If the victim is one of the congregation, it is also important that a couple of people from the congregation should try and rescue him by taking him to safety while they call for help.
Allah. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم.
Hello, doctor. Hello. And can I call you? And can I call mosque? I'm a boy. I'm a boy. What is she? I'm a boy. In the mosque, lawa.
So, in a situation whereby the imam or any member of the congregation, while the salat is going on, suddenly collapsed or fainted, and everyone seems to be confused and you don't know what to do. In this case, time is of the essence here, and you don't need to panic. It is not a one-man situation. You have to immediately call for help, and you have to carry out a prompt action so as to save the life of the person. In this case, you have to do what is called CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and there's no need to be carrying the individual either to the bus or to the hospital. It's at the spot that the action needs to be taken, and the person has to know how to perform the resuscitation. So in this case, you lie the person on this flat back and you have called for help. Not only one person can do it, you need an assistant. So immediately you check for individual's responsiveness, you call his name. If he's not responding, you feel his pulse. If there's no pulse, then you put your face close to his chest and see whether the chest is lifting and going down, or you move close to his nose and see whether he's breathing or not. So in this regard, you have to start resuscitation. So you place your hand on your chest as demonstrated in the video. You put your right hand, the heel of your right hand on the chest at the middle, between the nipples. You now use your other hand to place on the hand you put on his chest, and you interlock the hand and you start pressing down the chest. You press up to about 2 inches or 5 to 6 centimeters to about 30 movement. Then you stop. You continue doing that till the person is responsive. So you have to stop if this person responded or you are tired, and you call for ambulance or any resuscitative medical team around.
No. Stop. Don't do that. Leave him alone. Let's just try to bring him to his left. Yes, just leave him. You can see he's coming down. Good. In a situation whereby one of the members of the congregation develop a seizure while observing Salah, we should try as much as possible not to be panicked. We just need 1 or 2 people to leave the Salah and attend to him. And what we need to do is to try to move away any harmful objects around him. And we should try as much as possible to put him on what we call left lateral position, put him on his left side. Then we should not try to put anything like a spoon in his mouth, or we rub his face with onion or etc. A person having seizure, if nothing is done to him, the seizure will resolve on its own. Then if the seizure now continues, we should try to call for medical help.
Generally, it is important for us as a community to invite medical personnel within our community or even outside the community to constantly educate the congregation on how to deal with situations like this. There is nothing wrong in having them speak to us. It could be in a seminar or a workshop or post-Salat lecture on how to provide first aid assistance to victims who fell while the Salat was going on. This would assist us in resuscitating the victim before help finally arrives. But a situation where the victim is left on his own while we continue the Salah is against the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is on record that when Umar ibn al-Khattab was stabbed while leading the Muslims in Salah, he immediately drew Abdurrahman ibn Auf to continue the Salah with the Muslims, while a group of them chased after the attacker of Umar ibn al-Khattab. These people that chased after the attacker came back after they arrested the attacker to re-observe their Salah. If a group of the congregation rescued the Imam and took him to safety while calling for medical assistance, they are to restart their Salat afresh, because 1, they have broken the Salah, and 2, they have turned away from the Qibla. But those who remain with the second Imam should quickly conclude their Salat so that they can also offer assistance to the victim in this situation. I hope this helps. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi.